Good morning. A little later, everybody who is here from Shannon's stream. My name is Margaret Pinard. I'm a historical fiction and fantasy author, and I read it so that I don't mess up the words. So we are in full NaNo mode this morning and this month, so we will be writing some words today. But normally, for those who don't know, I do a first Friday of the month productivity sprint, 9 to 11 my time Pacific, and a final Friday. So I do 2 Fridays a month so it doesn't get too overwhelming for me or too boring for you that I do these all the time. And it's just a chance for people to come in the chat, say hello, feel like you've got some writing buddies or laundry folding buddies or cleaning the kitchen buddies or whatever it is you need to do, daytime work buddies. If you want a little company / commiseration, I'm here on those mornings to help you get through it. Oh, I can turn this around. This is a productivity sprint where we get shit done. So, as I said earlier, I was on Shannon's stream, SD Houston, and we were talking about my box set, which is coming out on Tuesday. So that is going to be an ebook bundle of my trilogy, which I have definitely told you about before. It's 3 books that follow the journey of different family members in the McLean family. I wrote it from 2015 to 2019, and now it's going to be a box set deal for you with new covers. So if that sounds exciting for historical fiction lovers, check it out in the description, and I will pop it in the chat. But this morning, what are we doing this morning? I think a lot of y'all will be writing nano words or continuing your projects from Shannon's stream. I am going to be, like I usually do, taking the first sprint to make a list and then probably write the words in the second sprint for another good few hundred words. And then we'll figure out if I have any more admin tasks to do in the third sprint. So there we go. I'd like to say hi to the people in the chat. I put up a poll for everyone who was rating early and was going to have to wait. So let me first close that and give y'all the results of the poll, which will be, drumroll please, favorite kinds of pie? Pumpkin won at 43%, then apple, which is what I would vote for, at 37%, and then cherry at 18%. I don't know. I just thought it'd be something fun. So yes, it is pie season, everybody, and that's why I had it on my thumbnail. The chat, hello. RC Scott pointed out very validly, I did not put rhubarb in there, which would have been a good choice, maybe, instead of cherry. Well said. Sako Toomey, been waiting. Thank you, my dear. Eva is over here, not from a raid. Inca is over here. At this time of year, pumpkin. Yummy autumnal goodness. I agree. And this made me laugh, but I definitely kick it out of bed for rhubarb. She thought that was funny. Shannon is here, made friends with the like button. Thank you, thank you. Eva has never had a rhubarb pie. Neither has Shannon. You guys are missing out. And Stacy, hello Stacy. Out of those 3, apple, because you can eat the slices separate from the rest of the pie, taking more time to enjoy it. I guess you're talking about when you're making it and you're like eating as you cook, maybe? Though I would still rather eat butterscotch or peach. And yes, I hadn't even thought of peach, but yes, I think I said I have made some excellent peach pies over the years. Peach and cardamom from a Bon Appetit recipe, so good. These are all autumn pies because it's autumn. Eva came up with another good suggestion, option 4, all 3 of them, all of the above. Amanda voting pumpkin. Let's see. I apparently started some appetites. I'm very sorry. We've got earth, fire, and water. Robin, hello. Pie does sound good. I think I have some in the freezer that my mother-in-law made. Ooh, what kind, says Shannon. Apple and pumpkin. I have choices. Choices are always good. I do like that. Then Amanda said, I don't think I could freeze pie. I don't have the restraint. Yeah, same. Same here. Anita is coming in to say hello. And aha, freezing it is how I don't eat it all at once. My husband and kiddos aren't that keen on pie. Oh, who eats pie while writing? I don't know. I'm an equal opportunity writing snacker, Emma. So I I don't know if I've ever eaten pie while writing. I would if I had pie. Pie is the reward when you finish writing. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Nia is here. Hello, Vixen of Fiction. And we've got Shannon coming with the link. Yes. So the box set is an ebook bundle that gives you 33% off if you pre-order it. So there's a link to check out if you are a historical fiction lover, especially 19th century, especially Scotland. It will give you chills, I've been told. Maggie is here to say good morning, lovelies. Jocelyn Carter, hello, hello. Hopped over to squeeze in more words. All right, that sounds good. That means I should start a sprint real soon. Pumpkin one with cherry at the bottom. Yep, I agree. Apple. Yep. See, my side. Oh, and Nia, I did a working cover in my Facebook group. So I took your inspiration and ran with it. So I need to upload that on the NaNo site. Maggie says, I couldn't pick a pie. Pumpkin is precious. Apple is amazing. Cherry is the cream of the crop. Oh, I love that. That sounds almost like a song lyric. That's perfect. And then we've got an Essie Dean. Hello, hello. Going to be working on my script writing experiments that have a stretch goal of finishing, that I have a stretch goal of finishing for NaNo. That sounds excellent. Ooh, I've never heard it called rhubarb. Rhubarb could be good. Rhubarb strawberry. Yeah, that is a good one too. Key lime. Okay, we're still doing the pie conversation. Apple caramel, spiced peach, pecan. Yeah, cheesecake isn't even in the running there. It's not a true pie in my opinion. Chocolate cherry. Okay, yeah. See, these all sound amazing, but now we need to get to a sprint. So I'm gonna cut it off here. Yes, Shannon says ice cream is the reward when finished with writing. Yes, making me peckish as well. Okay. All right. So let's hop in. I've got this ready. And because this is my sprint where I'm gathering my thoughts, I think I will make it a 20-minute sprint now that I think about it. So let me just scooch this on down here. Scooch, scooch. 20 minutes. So if we're all ready to go, I will use HK Darkwood's pretty, what are they called? Northern Lights timer here and mute myself for the duration, but feel free to keep chatting. I will be in my planner. All right, everybody, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Ish. There we go. And I went by 30 seconds over. So we're into the next timer, which is also pretty rainbow lights. There's no bring at the end of this one, so I missed it. I was trying to watch and I missed it. Because you know what? I was getting words. I was not doing what I said I would do, which was the planner. So let's see. How many words? How did you guys do? I finished up with 441. Not bad. I at least made a decision about the scene that she would be witness to. I wasn't sure what I was going to do until that point. So making good progress today. Okay, so I got 441. We had some new people I'll just say hello to. I hide this for a second. And Eloise came when she heard we were talking about pies. Aha. Shannon's helping me out with a Word doc situation. So thank you. I will check that soon. Jim was here to boop the like button and asked people to subscribe if you haven't, which is much appreciated. Yeah, Maggie, I didn't even get into savory pies. Maybe that will be, can I do 2 polls in one stream? I should just leave it. But yeah, savory pies are good too. I was thinking about mushrooms earlier. It's good mushroom season right now. I turned off my background music because SD Houston doesn't use music, and apparently I have been influenced. Eloise Barr writes, came running for the pie discussion. She would have voted pumpkin for sure, especially during NaNo. And I agree. Pumpkin pie slice is a good stand-in for a meal when you don't have time and you're running to get those words in. Self-pub with Andy popped by to say hi. And yep, apparently there's $5 pies at Costco. I did not know that. Ink York, I wrote 170 words to finish the scene for my serial, then 268 for my NaNo project. Well done. Sounds awesome. Multiple projects. I don't know how you guys do it. Sierra H, hello. 175 words with help from the little. Help. But also got him some lunch. So pretty happy with that amount. Yep. Excellent. Well done. Amanda Rowland, I started listing out some info with Save the Cat to plan my writing that sprint. Well done. That's a book I should read. Yep, I should definitely read that. She also has a good start on her opening image, meaning like scene, I guess. Very cool. Rachel Morley, hello. Good morning, lovelies. Hope we're having a wonderful day. I am. It started early and it's still going. Maggie says, I'm working on Daisy the Werecow, and Scarlet Charlotte just got turned into a red newt by a witch. Excellent. Anita Stewart says, I got 140 words, had to do research and deal with another one of those useless book marketers messaging me. Oh, deal with. I usually just ignore it. I wonder how you deal with it. Paget Farmer saying, hey, everyone. Hello. Stacy Coates, I spent that sprint. Should I say coats, gloves, and hats? I love it so much. Now that you share that, you're like, no, please no. I spent that sprint editing my dictation. Excellent. It was a mess. I needed to be done before I can move on. A few places I forgot what I'd been trying to say. Yeah, makes sense. With pages, so what I'm using now is not what I normally use because, again, old Scrivener license, and they can't take it off the computer that I can't access because the battery doesn't work, which is kind of silly in my opinion, but whatever. So I'm waiting till after I win NaNo and get 50% off Scrivener to just buy a new license for the new computer. And where was I going with that? Yes, Pages. Pages does a different kind of autocorrect than Word does, or like any other program I use. So I'm going back and being like, what did I want to say? Why is it this word? This makes no sense. So it's taking a little adjustment. Amanda says I'll probably have to jump out at some point to get ready for my stream. Sounds good. Paget says the pie hole in the city closed, and I just learned of this. I weep softly. Oh, I mean, there's still one in Pasadena, so I guess it's low tragedy. Okay. Oh, pie. I just went to a pie spot, I think it's called, and I was looking for a cupcake kind of vibe. And they have like little pies, which is basically they had pie crust around a chocolate pudding and sweet peanut butter. And I was like, that's not what I was looking for, but that'll do. That'll do in a pinch. Yeah. Oh, we're asking about family visiting for Thanksgiving. Inca and Paget. Lovely. Shannon says, started laundry, made food. Way to go. Practical magic right there. Paget says, but you are fully like in England, right? Yes, Inca is in England, but where's her son if he's not in England coming home for Thanksgiving? Well, maybe they don't have Thanksgiving holidays. So, yeah, I don't know. Maggie says, LOL, everyone keeps telling her, you got better, get over it. And she's like, I can still taste flies. A red newt. I don't know the difference between a red newt and any other kind of newt, Maggie, but that sounds entertaining. Nina says, I wasn't 100% sure what she wanted at first. It took her forever to get to the pitch. Ah, okay. Yeah, weird. Weird. Stacy says, Mr. Wolf's nickname annoyed me at the time, but now, decades later, I can find it amusing. Oh, your fourth grade teacher. Yep. Though sometimes he made it even longer. Then it was coats, jackets, sweaters, gloves, and mittens, but even he could not say that every day because it is a mouthful. You know, I think your Mr. Wolf and my coach John were related because he would just like expound upon these funny little nicknames he gave us too. Yeah. I think Ann Barker was Annie Magic Marker Barker. Yeah. They were clever, and I don't know. Just something to do with your school day, I guess, to make it fun. Essie says, yeah, Thanksgiving isn't a thing in England. The only people who celebrate it are expats. Right. Inca, we don't have Thanksgiving, but they'll both be home for Christmas. We're in Kent. Kid A is up in Leicestershire. Kid B is down in Sussex. Excellent. Kent is just south of London. I think my geography rather. Every time I think I know where a certain county or shire is, I have to look at the map and confirm, and it's like 3 distant. But to be fair, I do the same thing with states in the United States, especially the ones between Nevada and, I don't know, Iowa. So, Essie says, their Christmas dinner is more like our Thanksgiving in terms of food. Yes. Big turkey. Kent is the most southeasterly county. Is it? Huh. I thought that would be Sussex, but yeah. Obviously, I need to explore more. I haven't been around that area, so I just keep looking at maps longingly. All right. So we've got up to the end of chat. We got our word counts. I got people doing well, so that's exciting. I'm aiming to do 2 more 20-minute or possibly 25-minute sprints. And since I didn't take that time to do the planning out of them, I may do that next. We've talked about pie. We've talked about the box set that's on pre-order, and we've talked about nano words. So it's the first Friday of November. Is anyone planning on trying to make an expert level challenge this nano by traveling at the same time twice? I am doing that. I'm going away for the weekend to the coast for 2 days, so not a big deal. And then going down for a week on the train. But you know, they had fellowships for writers that were like train journeys, overnight train journeys across the US. So it became sort of an idea that you could actually do a train writing retreat. So that's kind of what I'm going to make mine. It takes like 16 hours for me to get down to Northern California. So It's gonna be an overnighter in a seat. I didn't get like a carriage, if you will. But I'm gonna treat it like a writing retreat and hopefully get some more words banked up then. Oh, speaking of banking up words, that's the other thing I should announce is that tomorrow is our 15-hour readathon, and we're covering 5 different time zones, I believe, although Shannon and Andy may be in the same time zone. So we're going to start in the UK with Richard, go to Emma Bennett, go to Andy and Self-Pub with Andy, and then SD Houston, and then me. So I will be the caboose, and that gives you 15 hours to drop in whenever it's convenient for you to write with us on our Pass the Pen writing relay. So yeah, if you have time tomorrow, Saturday, please join us. Did I prep the link? I bet I didn't. I'm going to go back and see if I can find it in Shannon's chat because I still have that open. There's a lot of chat going on there, so I may not be able to find it. All right, let me just go grab it in my Bitly then. I don't know how you guys remember about sprints that you want to sit in on, but I will either put it on my calendar if there's one I specifically want to be present for, or just leave the tab up and then like remember to go back and check it. So here we go. There is the link. Doo-doo. Shannon's got it. Yeah, I was just gonna put right in. Yeah. So feel free to pop on by tomorrow whenever is convenient. And I think that's my announcements for the moment. Catching up again. It is most southeasterly, but yes, just south of London. Gotcha. I think that's about the train writing retreat. Sounds fun. Sounds amazing. Yeah. I mean, it might be a little romanticized. It depends on who sits next to a person in the train. Yeah. Okay, so no different time. They're both central. Anita says a train writer retreat would be great for mystery writers, especially if it's set on a train, right? I was actually just writing about my character taking the train down to London and back. And so yeah, maybe that's a little preview. Yeah, train writer retreat sounds nice. Shannon's got me with the link. Sounds awesome. I'll star that in case I need it again later. And I did the extra thing back in 2019 when I went to Italy for most of the month. Oh my goodness. Yeah, coping with a new environment is definitely expert level nanoing. I would probably not be able to do that. Oh, it is different. Okay. Andy is Eastern and Shannon is Central. So we are covering different time zones, all of us. That's except for Emma and Richard. But yeah, got it. Got it. Oh, punctuation. So important. All right. Well, let's jump into another sprint. I don't want to lie, so I won't say what I'm going to do because who knows if I'll actually do it. Let's make this one a longer one and go for 25 minutes. How about that? So there we go, 25 with HK's timer, and I'll mute myself and see you in 24:52. We got it in time this time. Just on time. All right, so second sprint done, and we're just after the halfway point, which is great. Oh boy. So did I go back for words that time? No, I did not. I did the last upload. So my draft to digital book is now complete, and I'm not going to fret about it anymore till Tuesday when the box set is released. Done, 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 done. What else did I do? I was looking up stuff for our Pass the Pen relay, and then I got distracted. That's what happened. I went on Twitter to schedule a tweet about the relay and then got distracted by other stuff. I try to tweet things in between my own stuff. So I go to my lists of people and like try to repost or comment or quote tweet the interesting stuff in my feed. But I got sucked down an 80% sale on ebooks at Haymarket. So that's what I was doing for the last few minutes. How about you guys? So here we go. I uploaded the latest Word doc with help from Shannon because I don't have Word anymore. And we're locked and loaded for the adventure. Ready to go. Stacey stepped out to her doctor's appointment. We're all wishing her well. Sprinty, sprinty, says Sako. Maggie wants to know, has anyone else ever written a character that they absolutely want to slap? Sako says, yes, I just wrote them too. And funnily enough, last sprint, I actually had a character slap another character. It wasn't a good context, but that was a scene that needed to be done. Maggie says, my witches in this world have been told their whole lives to reach their true power, they can only weigh as much as a duck. So Winnie the witch starves herself to the point she had no magic. Weird. That's like the opposite of a power. Also, witches don't have soul halves like other species, so they have a delusional perception of love and romance that is toxic. Well, it doesn't sound like a very happy world. Winnie's convinced that Daisy the cow will live happily ever after once she's reunited with her cursed murderable prince because she will be a princess. Okay, we're getting off here. Keep telling myself, don't kill her. Her delusions are necessary. Shannon says, worked on a new email automation for incoming subs from BookFunnel. Well done. I have yet to do one of those because they cost money. Paget says delusions are one of my favorite plot devices, to be honest. Yeah, well, there is that. Carrie H, hello, ended up taking a nap. This weather shift gave me a monster headache, and caffeine alone wasn't helping. Ooh, I'm sorry. So at the end of Shannon's sprints, I got 3 different drinks. I'd been drinking water. Then I also got my apple cider, the last of the quart that I got at the farmer's market, and a cup of tea. Ooh, finished the cup of tea, still working on the cider. Looking into BookFunnel as well. Yep. Anita says she got 226 words and shared the new Crystal Lake interview about their Sherlock Holmes book. Awesome. And then Sierra got 352 words. Well done. Glad you napped, Carrie. Did it help? I never want to, but they usually do help. Yeah. I want to a lot. Nap and lunch helped. Yes, that will help the headaches. Oh, and speaking of naps, so I was saying earlier that like I was in a cloud and then I had to close the curtains because at around 8 o'clock the sun finally got above the clouds. But this is what I meant earlier. Like I looked out my window and that was my that's my view. Just fog. I love it. I love it. But then it does create lighting hazards for later when you're streaming near the windows. Inka says, had to get some online shopping done that sprint. Oh, see, I was book shopping. Same. Shannon says, I have to say, I prefer Story Origin, but BookFunnel has its pros. Okay. Yep. it might be really hard to determine which one is best for you, and it might change depending on what you're promoting or what you need to prioritize marketing-wise. So that is tricky. Sako says, I'm finally on my second cup of coffee. Silent Hill much. Silent Hill? Is that a horror story? I don't know. I don't know. I may be missing an important reference there. But yeah, it's a little horror-y. But I don't know. I like the fog. I like the fog. I prefer story origin because of its practices. Softer on the ego? What? You might have to explain that shit. In terms of like how they tell you you're performing? I'm not sure how they would. I mean, the way your stats are presented, I guess. It's afternoon where Sako is. Mackie asks, how did you wait so long for the second cup of coffee? Yeah. Well, maybe she got right on into the words first thing. That's what I did this morning. So I waited for the third sprint to have anything to eat, and then I got little shortbread biscuits with my tea. So I am waiting for the last piece of bread I have to defrost, and I'll have that for real breakfast. And then after these streams are done, I get to go get more bread, which makes me excited. Yeah. So what else? What else do we have going here, folks? We've got one more sprint. I'll make it a 25, and then we will be done. I've got a long list of things, errands to do in the afternoon. Sako Tumi, Silent Hill is a super fucky haunted town in a series of video games. Oh, okay. Video games. No, this is Portland. But there are hills and they are foggy. So if the shoe fits. Oh, Rachel points out, I'm still trying to understand the difference between the payment tiers for BookFunnel. Yeah, it doesn't help when they keep changing models, right? Like everything is innovating and changing and whatever the crap. So I just got a message from a couple of my Patreon creators who I follow. That wasn't a grammatical sentence. That's fine. And one who is a YouTube creator was really frustrated. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to be on here much longer. So the big change on Patreon is that they added a free tier, which is basically just following, which is what I was doing with some of these creators beforehand. But now I don't know what the difference is, except it's displayed differently. So you can be a free patron by just following, being I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. But they've also hidden options in terms of how the administration goes. So it looks different. And it's just like, why? Okay. Change can be good. Updates, edits can be good. But like the way you interact with your audience is such a delicate balance of trust that it's really hard when you have to keep negotiating. Okay, how does this come off to people? Do I look like an idiot, or do I look like a greedy person, or whatever the heck it is? It's difficult emotionally, I will say. Shannon says, when you apply to a group promo for BookFunnel, BookFunnel, number 1 on SO, if they don't, or maybe this is for Story Origin because she's explaining her answer, not Rachel's. Okay. SO is Story Origin. There we go. Restart. When you apply to a group promo, number 1 on Story Origin, if they don't accept you, nothing happens. Okay, so you just get ignored. And number 2 on BookFunnel, if they don't accept you, you get booted with an email. I mean, I would appreciate knowing on the email. You know, like this is kind of what we were talking about with the ebook fairs. Like, I appreciate knowing rather than like constantly having that playing on the edge of my consciousness. Did I get in? Should I follow up on this? Do I need to keep tracking it? And the uncertainty just like wigs me out. Maggie says, Silent Hill is a terrifying video game. Good to know. Rachel says, I know there's more stuff. I just don't know what that means. Yeah. Shannon says, you also have a reputation on BookFunnel that people use to determine whether to boot you, among other things. Oh, reputation factor is like numberized or, made trackable, whatever it is. Sako says, I also dragged ass this morning, so I'm trying to catch up. Rachel. I love that moment. Yep, this is Sparta. Yeah. Shannon says, people talk about that reputation and what you must have in order to apply to promos. On Story Origin, they're more forgiving. Valid. I joined one promo on BookFunnel that I later got booted from because the creator of the promo decided to change the niche. But no email to explain other than from BookFunnel saying I was removed. That's right. Annoying. Yeah, I posted in a few places for Facebook groups for ebook fairs, and one of them sent me a message saying I violated their guidelines because it was promo, and I deleted the post, but I think they had already like kicked me out of the group. And I was like, oh well. It's one of those things where you're like, okay, I feel like I've been wrapped on the knuckles, but in the greater scheme of things, whatever. Yeah, numberized reputation. That is a weird calculation. Algorithmic, I dare say. Yeah. Saka says that's lame. Yeah. Commiserating. And sorry that happened to you. Yeah. What you gonna do? You gotta make your voice heard. You gotta get it out there at some point. Somehow, some way. What else have we got in here? You guys are all subscribed. Brecht is back. Hi. Just got back from dinner. Now on to brain dump. Nice. Okay, let's get ready for our last sprint. Good timing. Let me just pop this back up. And what is next? I think Shannon's timer is next. Yup. It's a really long one. Right, so we're going to get ads.
What if my coverage isn't right? What if I accidentally hit a food truck? What
But
if it gets covered?
Muted. And it starts off with 5 minutes. So we're going to go to 25. Ooh, it's like a Hobbit door. I like it. All right, so I'll mute myself and hide away and see how we do at the end. Happy sprinting, everybody. We don't need a 5-minute break. That was our last sprint. Well done. How'd you guys do? I bought the ebooks that I was looking at. I got 3 for $6, so that's pretty good. And I set up the promotion for tomorrow on Twitter and tagged my people. So that's good. What else did I do? I don't know. I was looking at the chat, trying to figure out what I'm going to do the rest of the day. As I said, excited to do a bunch of errands and get ready for my weekend at the coast. Weekend away. A little bit of a break. How'd you guys do? Finishing up Mama Maggie's chat here about the Facebook groups. I got booted from a sci-fi group for sharing a link to Ghosts with Cats when there were a dozen book links shared. I was told I was not authorized. When I asked how to become authorized, they wanted money. Shannon said, yikes. Yeah. And my response was, isn't that why we have Facebook groups, so we don't have to spend money? Like, what's the whole point of spending our time cultivating all that promotional material, interacting with folks in another location, if it is not to build up interest in the books? Like, as Shannon says in marketing, it's either time or money, and Facebook groups is trying to be the time and the more organic way of developing reader fans. But if you're also asking for money, then like, why bother? Yeah, they're sneaky. I found out later, says Mama Maggie, that the paid membership included paid reviews, and I didn't want to get kicked from Amazon, so I didn't miss them that much. Right. And Maggie really likes Shannon's timer. Yes, it's very pretty. Uh-oh, Inka says there's a wrong link in my newsletter, so I had to send out a correction. Dope. But because I also had to check in with the author on Facebook for a newsletter swap, I got a notification that made my day. Yay. Sierra H is at 207 words for that sprint. Well done. Shannon, still looking over my automations for my author email. Alrighty, way to go. Brecht, currently seeking a cover, I believe that is. Anita, oh, that's the other thing I did, is I uploaded that working cover to NaNo. Just did that at the end. Anita got 284 words and a work email. Well done. Inka got a lovely compliment from a fellow author. I just finished book 2 of your series, and I'm reading Secrets at the Door right now. You have a great voice, and I love these characters. That's awesome. That's amazing. I've done that. I'm not sure which that is. Rachel, I got dishes done. LOL. Yep. Nia's finished editing an image for a book cover. Love Canva. Yeah. Yeah. In Shannon Sprints, we were talking about how sometimes doing art stuff is working a different part of your brain, so it can let another part of your brain work on the plot stuff at the same time while not focusing on it and stressing yourself out about it. So yeah, I think it's a good complementary thing to switch back and forth. And I am always here for the changes as good as a rest. I'm better at short bursts than I am at like long focused things. And whether that means I have ADHD or not, who knows? Oh, done that with the wrong link or no link in the newsletter. Yeah, not a big one. It's all good. It's all good. Maggie says, I love the idea I'm working with that the Red Hood. Oh, the idea I'm working with that the Red Hood represents a group of royal red wolves. All right. Cool. We go from red newts to red hoods. I didn't forget the red newt from earlier. All right. So we're rounding out our 2 hours. I will just let you know that I normally do between 3 and 4 sprints, first Fridays and final Fridays. So this is going to be it until the last Friday of the month, where you'll find me here sprinting again. Otherwise, I'll be in the chats. So a couple new faces here today. I will check out whether you have streams going, and I can pop in when you're live. Sounds good. We've got the Pass the Pen writing relay tomorrow, and I've got my box set coming out on Tuesday. So that is what's occupying my brain right now. And somehow in between that, I'm going to be driving 3 hours out to the coast and hanging out with friends and pre-recording a video on Sunday, because I won't be doing that live, and messing with a vlog because we're doing Wednesday nano vlogs for NaNoWriMo. So I have plenty of material. The challenge will be getting it down to a minute. I don't know how to do this. So yeah, it's hard for me to edit down things, which means that sometimes it doesn't feel very cohesive in the vlog, but we'll see. We'll see how I can do this time. Take 2. But for everyone else, thank you for coming and watching and participating and being part of the community. I got my read local button and my, what does this say again? Support local artists buttons. So I just felt like repping all you guys out there doing the good art things. And before the sunshine reaches my face and starts glaring at me right in the eyes, there we go. Here we go. I will say adieu, farewell, and good luck writing. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and happy Nano.